Yesterday, we derived the formulas for time period of bodies in different cases. Some more cases are also there. Time period of a rolling body. Time period of a rolling body, like cylinder, sphere, whatever it may be. Time period of a rolling body in a concave mirror. In a concave time period of a rolling body in a concave mirror or concave surface, we can write in general. Concave surface. That need not be mirror, concave surface. So this is very, very important topic. Time period of a rolling body in a concave mirror. Suppose here there is a concave mirror or concave surface. There is a concave surface. Okay. Here the center of this concave surface is say this one. Center of the concave surface is say C. C is the center. Center of the concave surface. Here the radius of the concave surface is capital R. Of course, it is the vertical line. It is vertical. Okay, it is the horizontal line. Now, one rolling body. Rolling body means that may be ring, cylinder, disc, sphere, hollow sphere, solid sphere, whatever it may be. Hollow cylinder, whatever it may be, we can keep here to roll over the surface. So one rolling body is kept over. First of all, I will discuss in general case. Then we can apply for cylinder, solid sphere, hollow sphere, whatever it may be. Okay, in general, first I will discuss. So here, suppose one rolling body. Initially, the rolling body is at the lowest point of the spherical surface, concave spherical surface here, concave surface. Okay, now it is pulled aside. So whenever the rolling body is here, suppose this is the rolling body. Whenever the rolling body is here, it is the center of the rolling body. Mass of the rolling body is m, and radius is mass of the rolling body is m, and radius is smaller. Radius of this concave surface is capital. Radius of this rolling body is smaller. Okay. Now, whenever the rolling body rolls over the surface without slipping, that means pure rolling is there. Here, pure rolling is there without slipping. Pure rolling. That means by rolling, it is moving like this. Suppose if it is sliding like this, then time period is equal to 2 pi root r by g. R means radius of circular path of the center of mass of the body. That means that is equal to capital R minus small r. No? It is capital R. So this is capital R minus small r. That's why time period of this body sliding on the smooth, this concave surface is equal to 2 pi into root r. R means capital R minus small r by g. Already we did that type of problem. But here it is not sliding. It is not the smooth surface. There is a rolling without slipping is there. There is a rolling without slipping is there. Okay, in such case, while rolling without slipping here, what is the time period? It is rolling like this and reaches one extreme position, and again they come back. And in this way, by rolling, they move to and fro or back and forth like this. Then what is the time period for this? In order to find the time period here, we have to find the torque acts on this body. From the torque, we have to find the angular acceleration. If you know angular acceleration, we can have the answer. So here you see, this is exactly this distance. Suppose this here, the point where the rolling body is in contact with the concave surface is say O. Okay, it is the center of this rolling body. Here, this distance is equal to this distance. So whenever the rolling body is moving like this, the center of the rolling body travel along the arc of the circle of radius capital R minus small r. No? From this point to this point, the distance is capital R. This distance you subtract, then this is equal to capital R minus small r. That's why whenever the body is rolling on the concave surface here, then the center of the rolling body travel along the arc of the circle of radius capital R minus small r. Okay, now suppose whenever the rolling body turns through certain angle, suppose this is the vertical line, say it is vertical line. The weight mg acts vertically downwards direction. No? As it is here, whenever the rolling body is displaced to certain distance here, then the angular displacement of the rolling body with vertical is equal to say theta. Angular displacement of the body with respect to vertical line about this point C is equal to say theta. So if it is theta, this is equal to theta. Okay, because this is the intersect, this is one straight line, and these two lines are parallel. That's why if it is theta, this is also equal to theta. Now resolve the weight into components. Resolve the weight into components. Okay, so here along the tangential, parallel to the tangential direction, you draw a line like this. You draw a line. Okay, now in this direction, weight component is mg sin theta. No? If it is weight mg, then this is mg cos theta, this is mg sin theta. So weight component in this direction is called mg sin theta. That acts as the restoring force. So because of this weight component about the point O, because it is not sliding, okay, because of this weight component mg sin theta about the point O, torque acts on the rolling body. Due to that, it starts rotation. So about the point O, what is the torque acts on the rolling body about the point O? About O. Torque acts on the rolling body. Torque, or it is also called as the restoring torque. So about the point O, the restoring torque acts on the body. Because of this torque only, because of this torque due to weight component about this point only, it turns like this and come back. That's why it is the restoring torque. So about O, the restoring torque on rolling body, comma, tau is equal to, as it is the restoring torque, you put minus sign, minus, because whenever the angular displacement of the rolling body in this direction, the torque acts on the body, try to move the body, try to rotate the body in opposite direction. That's why that is the restoring torque. Restoring torque is equal to force about the point O. Restoring torque means weight component mg sin theta into perpendicular distance. As the radius of this rolling body is smaller, then mg sin theta into smaller. So minus mg sin theta into smaller is the torque of the rolling body about the point O. This is equal to, according to the definition of the torque, that is equal to I alpha, we know. I into angular acceleration alpha, we can write now. Here, I means moment of inertia of the body about the point of contact O. Into angular acceleration about the point of contact O. That is important. Okay. From this, you see, as here when it makes oscillations like this, suppose theta is very small. If in case of theta small only, this formula we are deriving. So if theta is very small, then sin theta can be written as approximately theta. Then from this formula, minus mg theta into smaller is equal to I naught. Okay, keep I naught as it is because we are finding the general formula into angular acceleration alpha naught. So this is a equation 1. Next, what is the relation between theta? What is the relation between theta and here I alpha naught is the angular acceleration of this rolling body about the point O. Suppose here we see, if it turns through an angle phi, say. Suppose if it turns through an angle phi, then this length is equal to say x. This length is equal to, suppose if it turns through an angle theta, then it comes to the position here. When it turns an angle theta, then it comes to the position so that this comes to the point of contact. Then the distance traveled in this direction is equal to x. This is say x. Then the angle through which the body rolls without slipping is equal to say phi. This is equal to phi. Initially, the point of contact is this one. Whenever this point comes in contact, then the distance, this point of contact comes to this position. So what is the distance traveled by the point of contact means that is say x. So this angle is equal to phi. This angle is equal to phi. So phi is equal to, its total angle here, this angle is equal to 5. So you see, I am drawing this one. You see, I will draw this diagram here with more size. Okay, this is equal to 5. So whenever it turns like this point of contact after turning this angle, this point of contact come in contact here. What is the distance traveled means this is the distance traveled, say x. So this is equal to x. Okay, now from the diagram, phi is equal to, we can write x by smaller, no? Phi is equal to this angle, phi is equal to, as it turns like this, phi is equal to x by smaller, we can write, no? So phi is equal to x by smaller. Similarly, theta is equal to, theta means about the point C. Theta is equal to, how we can write theta? About the point C, how we can write theta? Suppose if it is theta, this is the d theta. D theta. Okay. D theta is equal to arc by, this arc by radius we can write now. Radius of the circular path is equal to capital R minus small r. That's why theta can be written as arc by radius means x by capital R minus small r. Theta is equal to r minus capital R by x. Because whenever it is turning through an angle phi, then this travel distance equal to r, sorry, x. Then here in this formula, this angular displacement about this point C, angular displacement is equal to theta say. Then if it is theta, then this is equal to theta is equal to arc by radius. Arc by radius means this one. That is equal to capital R minus small r. So what is the relation between these two? Here, therefore, x is equal to phi into small r. That is equal to capital R minus small r into theta. Capital R minus small r into theta. Okay, now here you differentiate them with respect to time, because in a time t seconds, if it turns to an angle phi, at the same time, this displaces about the point C, it displaces through an angle say theta. This angle is theta, not this total angle. This angle is say theta, not this total angle. Suppose this angle is say theta. Whenever it turns through an angle, phi, then the center about the point C, the center turns through an angle theta. Okay, then theta is equal to, we can write, we differentiate them. R is constant, capital R minus small r is constant. So small r into d phi by dt is equal to capital R minus small r is constant into d theta by dt. Again, you differentiate them with respect to time. Then small r into d square phi by dt square is equal to capital R minus small r into d square theta by dt square. D square theta by dt square. Okay, now from this equation 1, okay, from this equation 1 here, from 1 minus mg theta minus, here you see, but d square phi by dt square is the angular acceleration of the body about this point O. No? So, but about O, angular acceleration alpha is equal to d square phi by dt square, we can write. Okay, therefore, mg into theta from this formula minus mg into theta into smaller is equal to I naught into alpha naught means this one. This one is the alpha naught. So d square phi by dt square. Okay, therefore minus mg theta into smaller is equal to I naught into, what about d square phi by dt square? From this formula, d square phi by dt square can be written as capital R minus small r by small r into d square theta by dt square. No. So capital R minus small r by small r into d square theta by dt square, we can write. Okay. Are you followed up to this? Yeah, dt square. dt square only I wrote, no? Okay, here. Right. Note down. You note this point. Up to this you note down. Up to this you note down. Last is this one. This one you are asking. Last but one step. Here from this equation 1, minus mg theta into small r is equal to I naught into. It is the angular acceleration about the point of contact O. No? Angular acceleration about the point of contact O is d square phi by dt square. That is alpha naught. So alpha naught is equal to d square phi by dt square. Just I substituted instead of d square phi by dt square. D square phi by dt square means alpha naught, no? So here minus mg theta into small r is equal to I naught into d square phi by dt square. Here you see from this formula, d square phi by dt square is equal to capital R minus small r by small r into d square theta by dt square. We can write like this now. Okay. Have you noted up to this? Have you noted up to this? I will erase this part. I will erase this part. Okay. So here from this formula, d square theta by dt square is equal to something you write. D square theta by dt square is equal to minus mg into small r into small r square, of course, into theta by I naught into capital R minus small r. Is it correct or not? Is there any term I missed it? Or is it correct? You see, d square theta by dt square is equal to minus mg r into r square by I naught into capital R minus small r into theta. Into theta is there. So this is very, very important formula. In this, for the given system, this is constant, no? For the given system or for the given arrangement, mass of the rolling body does not change, d does not change at that place, small r is constant, capital R is constant, I naught, moment of inch of the rolling body about the point of contact is constant, that does not change. Okay, this is constant. Here, here you see what is theta? Theta is the angular displacement of this rolling body about the point C, because whenever the rolling body rolls so that it displaces through an angle theta about the point C, whenever the rolling body rolls through an angle phi, then this rolling body displaces an angle theta with respect to C. Okay, that's why theta is the angular displacement of the center of mass of the rolling body with respect to C. D square theta by dt square means that is the angular acceleration of this center of mass or center of gravity of the rolling body with respect to C. That's why this gives d square theta by dt square gives about C, the angular acceleration of the body. So therefore, angular acceleration about C angular acceleration alpha dash is equal to or alpha c is equal to c point no about c, angular acceleration alpha c is equal to d square theta by dt square, that is equal to minus of mg r square by I naught into capital R minus small r, keep in brackets, into theta. Okay, from this, for the given system, this is totally constant. Okay, that's why we can write angular acceleration alpha c is directly proportional to minus angular displacement. No, angular acceleration of this body rolling on the concave surface or spherical surface about the point C is directly proportional to angular displacement of the body. Directly proportional to angular displacement of the body. Okay. Suppose if whenever it turns through an angle theta, suppose if the sphere comes to this position, then this angle is equal to theta only. This angle is equal to theta only. Okay, that's why here you take like that. Whenever the body rolls through an angle phi with respect to center, then about this point C, The body comes through an angle, say theta. The body comes through an angle, say theta. In that case, angular acceleration of the rolling body about the C, about the point, about the center of the surface, the curved surface C, is directly proportional to the minus of angular displacement. Whenever the angular displacement is in this direction, angular acceleration is in opposite direction about the point C. That's why here alpha C, angular acceleration about the point C for this body is directly proportional to angular displacement of the body here. Okay, and opposite to each other. And the angular acceleration about the point C is always in this towards mean position or towards this position. That's why it is the required condition for angular simple harmonic oscillations. So therefore, a rolling body executes angular simple harmonic oscillations. Angular simple harmonic oscillations. Angular simple harmonic oscillations. Okay, now therefore, whenever the rolling body makes angular simple harmonic oscillations, we can use the general formula for angular simple harmonic oscillations. No, we can use the general formula for angular simple harmonic oscillations. We know already A is equal to minus omega square into Y. Similarly, angular simple harmonic A is equal, already once I said, I think A is equal to minus omega square into theta. Sorry, X. A is equal to, since so we know in case of linear simple harmonic motion, A is equal to minus omega square into X is there. A is equal to minus omega square into X. But A is equal to R alpha, no? It is a linear simple harmonic oscillations. It is the linear simple harmonic oscillation. Okay. But here, you see, theta is equal to, from this formula, you see, here when we can write A is equal to R alpha, no? A is equal to R alpha. About this point C, A is equal to R alpha means capital R minus small r into alpha. A is equal to R alpha. R means capital R minus small r into angular acceleration about C. C means AC, alpha C. Here about this point, the linear acceleration A is equal to R alpha. R means radius of this curved path is equal to capital R minus small r into angular acceleration alpha C. A is equal to R alpha. Formula is there, no. Tangential acceleration is equal to R alpha. Okay, next, what about the X? From the diagram, theta is equal to X by R. Theta is equal to, you take this distance as X, then theta is equal to X by R, we can write. Theta is equal to X by R means radius of the circular path is equal to capital R minus small r. Now we substitute the values here. A means capital R minus small r into alpha C minus omega square into X means theta into capital R minus small r. Therefore, angular acceleration alpha C is equal to minus omega square into theta only. You will get them. Substitute these values here. If you simplify them, you will get this one. That's why this A is equal to minus omega square X or alpha C is equal to minus omega square theta. Both are same. Whenever the body makes angular simple harmonic oscillations, that means whenever the body makes, suppose if you are given angle through which the body displaces while making oscillations, simple harmonic oscillations, then we can say that that is the angular simple harmonic oscillations. If the body travel along the straight line path only, that is called linear simple harmonic motion. So for linear simple harmonic motion, this is the equation for SHM, and for angular simple harmonic motion, this is the equation for angular simple harmonic oscillations. So from this, it is clear that angular acceleration about the point C is equal to minus omega square into 3. That is obeyed. So this is equation 3. This is 4. From 3 and 4, what about omega square? Instead of alpha C, alpha is there, theta is there. Instead of omega square, here we are having this bracket term. Omega square is equal to mg small r square by I naught into capital R minus small r. Okay. Therefore, omega is equal to angular acceleration. Omega is equal to angular acceleration. Omega is equal to, or angular velocity or angular frequency omega is equal to square root of this one. That is equal to 2 pi by capital T about this point. About the point C, it is the angular velocity or angular frequency. That is equal to this one. So about the same point, while making oscillations here, the time period of the rolling body about the point C is T. Then time period T is equal to, we can write 2 pi into root of I naught of capital R minus small r by mz into small r square. This is the formula for time period of the rolling body. So time period of this rolling body on the concave surface is equal to this one. It is the general formula. Suppose it is solid cylinder, then what about the, in case of solid cylinder, what is the I naught? We have to substitute. In case of hollow cylinder, what is I naught? About the point of contact. Because this is the moment of nature of the rolling body about the point of contact only, not about this point C. That is very, very important point. Note down. You note this formula. I think I can erase this part. I can erase this part. Okay. I can erase this part. Shall I erase? Okay, now note point 1 for solid cylinder. For solid cylinder. Suppose the solid cylinder is rolling. It is the solid cylinder. Okay, solid cylinder. In case of solid cylinder, when it makes oscillations like this about the center, what is the time period? So in this case, what is the formula for time period? Time period T is equal to 2 pi into root of I naught into capital R minus small r. Small r is the radius of this rolling body, solid cylinder. Small r, capital R minus small r. Capital R is the radius of this curvature, this concave surface by mg small r square. Okay, now we substitute the data. 2 pi into square root of, what about moment of inertia? Moment of inertia of the solid cylinder about this point of contact O. About this point of contact O, what is the moment of inertia of the solid cylinder? You apply the parallax theorem. According to parallax theorem, about this point, moment of inertia of the solid cylinder is equal to Iz plus mr square. Iz means moment of inertia of the solid cylinder about an axis passing through center of mass and parallel to given axis. That is equal to mr square by 2 only, no? So mr square by 2. Sorry, m smaller square, no? Radius smaller by 2 plus m into perpendicular distance square means again mr square. It is the moment of inertia of this solid cylinder about this point into actual capital R minus small r by r square. R square. Therefore, T is equal to 2 pi into root of, you see 3mr square by, of course, mgr is there. Mg is there, no? Mg r square. Okay. Here 3mr square. R square cancel. So 3mr square by 2 means r square cancel. So 3m by 2. Mm cancel. 3 by 2. 3 by 2 capital R minus small r by g. When we simplify them, you will get 3 by 2 capital R minus small r by g you will have. So this is the answer. So in case of solid cylinder, the time period of the solid cylinder is equal to, that is the formula. Or we can write like this also. We can write, you write 2 inside. If you write 2 inside, then you will get pi into square root of. If you write 2 inside, then it becomes 2 square inside the root. 2 square, 1, 2 square cancel, 2 into 3, 6. Then it can be written as 6 into capital R minus small r by g. We can write like this also. This is the time period of the solid cylinder. Shall I erase this part? Shall I erase this part? Okay, note down. For solid sphere, in case of solid sphere, suppose if it is the solid sphere, then what about I naught? If it is solid sphere, about this axis, what is moment of inertia means Iz plus mr square only. Iz plus m into small r square. Iz means about an axis passing through central mass of the sphere and parallel to this point of contact. Parallel to the axis passing through point of contact, moment of inertia is 2 by 5 mr square. 2 by 5 m r square, because radius of the sphere is r only. Plus mr square is there. 7 by 5 mr square. No. Now we substitute this value here in this formula. Capital T is equal to 2 pi into root of, this is the general formula. I naught into capital R minus small r by mg into small r square. Better to remember the formula like this. Or we can derive and we can substitute. That is one method. Otherwise, if you remember the formula like this, where capital R is the radius of curvature of the concave surface on which it is rolling. Smaller is the radius of the rolling body. That is important. Moment of inertia is the moment of inertia of the rolling body about the point of contact of the rolling body with the concave surface. That is important. Okay, now this is equal to 2 pi into square root of I naught means we can write this one 7 by 5 mr square into capital R minus small r by mg into small r square. This one r square cancel, m cancel. Therefore, time period capital T is equal to 2 pi into square root of 7 into capital R minus small r by 5 into c. I think in this way, for ring, for hollow cylinder, for hollow sphere, anyone we can do like this, no? For anyone we can do like this. Okay. 2 pi into root 7 capital R minus small r by 5z. Yeah, that is the formula. So in this way, for any rolling body on the concave surface, we can find the time period. Okay. Next, torsional pendulum. Shall I write this one? Next side heading, torsional pendulum. Torsional pendulum. Suppose from the point of suspension by means of a light inextensible string, a disc is suspended. It is the disc. Here from the by means of a string, of course, actually there is a circular disc having certain mass m, radius say smaller. Okay. So here this is the disc having mass m, radius smaller. Length of string is say L. Okay. Here it is the point of suspension, say C, and this is the O, center O. Okay. Here one disc is suspended, or not only disc, any body is suspended from the midpoint. Okay. Then here you turn the disc by applying some torque, external torque. You just rotate about this axis, about this vertical line, or about the string. Just you turn the cylinder, this disc. You twist that, you turn the disc through certain angle, theta. Then the string will twist by an angle theta. No, actually here there is a check nut. Here the check nut is fixed to the cylinder. So when you release the check nut, when you lose the check nut, then a hole is formed. Through that hole, you pass the wire and you tighten the check nut. Then this disc will be hold to the cylinder, this wire, suspension wire. In such a way, arrangement is there. In banks or in some showrooms, by means of a strings, some slogans will be suspended, no, hanging, no. Here that slogans or the slides are suspended by means of wires. Those wires are fixed to the those wires. By means of that wires, the slides are hanging with the help of the check nuts. When you tight the check nut, the string will be held by the nut tightly. Such arrangement is there here also. Of course, we need not try that one. But one disc is suspended by means of a light, inextensible, torsionless string. Torsionless means there is no twist initially. Okay, now here this disc is turned through certain angle theta about this axis or about this wire, about this suspension wire. The disc is turned through certain angle, small angle theta. Then the wire will be twisted by the same amount. The wire will be twisted by the same amount. Okay. So whenever it is twisted through an angle theta, the wire will be twisted by the same amount. And when you release the disc, what happens? Is the disc remains there only, or it comes back? Here, by held the disc here, it is turned through an angle theta. Okay, then if you release the disc, is the disc come back, or the disc remains same only at the same place only? Comes back. Comes back means definitely whenever the disc is turned like this through certain angle theta, definitely the wire will be twisted by the angle theta, so that some twisting couple is developed inside the string. And when you remove the external torque acts on this disc here, because of twisting couple, it come back to the original position. Because of twisting couple, that means some restoring couple is developed inside the string. That is called twisting couple. That is called twisting couple or torque. So restoring couple or twisting couple. Restoring couple, because this torque developed in the string brings the disc back to original position. That's why it is called restoring couple. Restoring couple or twisting couple. Restoring couple or twisting couple. Now, here if you turn the more angle, if you turn the disc through more angle, then more twisting couple is developed to bring the disc back to original position. Okay, within the elastic limit. That's why twisting couple or restoring couple is directly proportional to the angular displacement or angle of twist theta. Theta, angle of twist. Angle of twist or angular displacement of the disc. Theta is the angle of twist or angular displacement. Angle of twist. Okay. How is it proportional to theta? Theta, whenever the theta is in this direction, whereas the restoring couple is in opposite direction. That's why you put minus sign. Or how is equal to some constant c into minus theta. So minus c into theta. This is equation 1. Here c is equal to, we can write c is equal to tau by theta in magnitude. No? Tau by theta in magnitude. That means here couple per here, whenever the twist in the string is theta, then restoring couple developed is equal to tau. Then what is the restoring couple developed per unit twist? Unit twist means by theta. Then this is the restoring couple per unit twist. It is called restoring couple per unit twist. restoring couple per unit twist. This remains constant for the given suspension wire. For the given suspension wire, C will be there. So that is constant for the given suspension wire. Okay, now from this, okay, so this is equation 1. From equation 1, as it is the restoring couple or torque acts on the disc due to this string, that tau can be written as I alpha. No? I alpha means I is the moment of inertia of the disc about this axis. Alpha is the angular acceleration. That's why tau is equal to, we can write I into alpha. That is equal to minus C into theta. Our angular acceleration alpha is equal to minus C by I into theta. This is equation 2. Where alpha is the angular acceleration of, because of torque, restoring couple or torque acts on this disc due to string or due to suspension wire. Some angular acceleration acts on the disc. Because of that, it starts turning back. That's why angular acceleration of the disc about the suspension wire. Angular acceleration about suspension wire or about vertical axis. About suspension wire. Alpha is equal to this one. So here, for the given system, for the given suspension wire, C is constant. For the given body, I is constant. Whenever IC are constant, then alpha is proportional to theta. No? Alpha is proportional to theta and minus theta. That means angular acceleration acts on this disc about this wire directly proportional to angular displacement or angular twist opposite each other. And this angular acceleration is always directed towards the mean position only, original position only. That's why therefore, disc executes angular simple harmonic oscillations. Angular simple harmonic oscillations. Whenever it executes angular simple harmonic oscillations, then we can use angular acceleration alpha is equal to minus omega square into theta. Just before this one we derived. Okay, now we compare them. Then therefore omega square is equal to C by I, or omega is equal to root C by I. No? So angular frequency is equal to root C by I. Angular frequency is equal to root C by I. From 2 and 3. From 2 and 3, angular frequency is equal to this one. That is equal to 2 pi by capital T. Implies capital T is equal to 2 pi into root of I by C. This is the formula for time period of the oscillating disc. When the disc is turned through certain angle, and when you release them, then the disc makes oscillations like this. What is the time period? It is 2 pi root I by C. Where I is the moment of inertia of disc. Not only disc, any suspension body. Whatever the body is suspended, that suspended body, moment of inertia of this, that body is suspended here by means of string about this axis. Moment of inertia of the disc about suspension wire. Here in this case, tell me what is the moment of inertia of the disc about the suspension wire. Suspension wire is the axis passing through center of the disc and perpendicular to the plane. What is the moment of inertia formula? What is the moment of inertia formula about the suspension wire of the disc? mr square by 2. Very good. mr square by 2. If it is ring, Anjan Teja, very good. If it is ring, mr square. Okay. Suppose if it is the rod like this, rod is suspended. This wire is passing through midpoint and perpendicular to length of the rod. In such case, ml square by 12, no? Yeah, ml square by 12. Okay, now. Right. So is video is clear or not to the people who respond? Is video clear to you or not? Clear only. Okay. Raghunath, you check your system right now. So this is the torsional pendulum. Next, physical pendulum. Suppose if they ask the frequency, frequency is equal to reciprocal of time period. No, we can write reciprocal of time period. LRS Shall I erase this part? Okay, next, physical pendulum. Physical pendulum. Suppose a rigid body, whatever the shape of the rigid body, suppose a rigid body is suspended. Suppose whatever the shape, it is a rigid body whose center of gravity lies here. It is the position of the center of gravity. It is the point of suspension. O. About this axis, it makes to and fro oscillations like this. Actually, when you suspend the body about this point, then it comes to equilibrium exactly. It comes to equilibrium at this position like this. At this position like this. But it is turned. It is turned through certain angle theta. It is turned through certain angle theta and it is released. Then it makes to and fro oscillations like this about the point O. So this type of body, whatever the shape of the body, when a rigid body is suspended from the point of suspension and whenever it is made to oscillate, such body is called the physical pendulum. It is not the simple pendulum, it is the physical pendulum. In case of physical pendulum, about this point, the moment of inertia of this body, about this point, about O, moment of inertia of a rigid body is equal to, say, I. Distance of center of mass of this rigid body from the point of suspension. Distance of center of mass of the body from the point of suspension. Distance of center of gravity or center of mass of the body. Actually, center of gravity only we had considered. Both are same. Of course, center of gravity, center of mass, both are same in case of small bodies. Okay, the distance of center of gravity from the point of suspension is, say, D. Distance of center of gravity from point of suspension. From point of suspension, because these two terms are very, very important. Suspension. O is equal to B. Of course, mass of the body is M. M, mass of the body, mass of rigid body. Whatever the shape, so mass of the rigid body. Okay. Now, how it oscillates? We have to find the torque acts on this rigid body about the point of suspension O. Note down. Note down. Okay. Now, whenever this rigid body is displaced through certain angle theta, then weight mg acts vertically downwards direction. If it is theta, this is equal to theta. Then what is the weight component in this direction? Mg sin theta, no? And it is mg cos theta. Of course, because of mg cos theta, no torque acts on this body about this point, because the line joining the center of gravity and this point is this one. The weight component mg cos theta acts along the same direction. That's why due to this weight component mg cos theta, no torque acts on the rigid body about this point. But Because of this weight component mg sin theta, about this point, the body turns back, no? That's why about this point, torque acts on them. That is the restoring torque. Therefore, restoring torque, because this torque due to this weight component about the point only brings the body back to original position. That's why restoring torque acts on rigid body about O. About O. Tau is equal to, as it is a restoring torque, you put minus sign. Because if the angular displacement is in this direction, the torque is in opposite direction. That's why you put minus sign. Minus, okay, weight component mg sin theta into perpendicular distance of this weight from this point is equal to d, no? That's why into d. But r tau is equal to I alpha, no? About this point O. About O, r tau is equal to I into angular acceleration alpha. That is equal to minus mg d into sin theta. So whenever the angular displacement is very small, when theta is very small, that means here while deriving the formula here, as theta is taken very small, while doing experiment also, we have take theta very small. Just you have to pull the this rigid body a little bit one side and you release them. Then it sustains oscillations. We should not displace like this. We should not oscillate like this. If you oscillate the body like this, then this formula, whatever we are going to derive, we should not use that formula. So while deriving the formula here, as theta is taken very small, in such case only it executes angular simple harmonic oscillations. Okay, that's why angular displacement must be very small. This is also called as the angular amplitude. To what angle the body is displaced and it is released to make oscillations, that angular displacement is maximum, which is called angular amplitude. So when theta is very small, angular amplitude theta is very small. When theta means angular amplitude. Okay, that is very small. Then this can be written as sin theta can be written as theta only. Simply sin theta is nearly equal to theta. Therefore, you substitute here. Therefore, from above equation, from 1, alpha is equal to, alpha means angular acceleration about O. Alpha is the angular acceleration about O. Alpha is equal to minus mz by I into theta. Sin theta is theta, no? And I is the moment of inertia. I is the moment of inertia of the same rigid body about this point O. I, moment of inertia about point of suspension O only. So from this formula, you see, this is equation 2. From equation 2, for the given arrangement, mzd are constant. mzd are constant. That means as these are constant, alpha is proportional to minus theta. We can write now. It is the required condition for simple harmonic, angular simple harmonic oscillations. No. Therefore, whenever the angular displacement is very small, then it makes angular simple harmonic oscillations. Therefore, body makes angular simple harmonic oscillations. Whenever any body makes angular simple harmonic oscillations, then alpha is equal to minus omega square into theta we can use. So when you compare these two, from 2 and 3, angular frequency omega square is equal to, at the place of omega square here, mzd by I is there. It is omega square value. So omega is equal to root of this one. That is equal to 2 pi by time period of the same rigid body about the point O. Therefore, time period t is equal to 2 pi into root of I by mzd. Very, very important formula. 2 pi into root of I by mgd. Okay, this is general formula for rigid body when it makes oscillations about the point of suspension. Okay, I will discuss one example now based on this. Shall I erase this part? Of course, these are not important for IP point of view, but these are very, very important for objective. Definitely based on this, definitely will be having definitely they will ask one question in next week exam. Okay, it's very important topic, but these are not important for IP point of view. IP point of view, simple pendulum is very important. Rhoded spring is important. Simple pendulum is most important. Rhoded spring is important. Kinetic energy and potential energy of the particle executing simple harmonic oscillations. And V is equal to omega into square root of a square minus y square. X is equal to a sin omega t, a cos omega t. These are velocity of the particle in SHM at any instant of time. Maximum velocity omega a, maximum acceleration omega square a. These formulas are important for object IP point of view. Remaining these all are important for objective orientation. Okay, right. Now, one example I want to discuss. Note point 1. Suppose one rod, uniform rod is suspended. Suppose the uniform rod is suspended about one end. Uniform rod having mass m, length L is suspended about one end here. And you pull the rod aside through certain angle theta and you release them. Then it sustains oscillations like this, no? Here it is the rod is fixed at one end by means of a frictionless hinge. Then when you pull the rod aside and when you release them, it sustains oscillations. So it is having time period. It is having time period. What is the formula for time period? It is the physical pendulum, no doubt. Because one regular body is suspended from certain point and made to oscillate like this. Definitely it is the physical pendulum. So what to write the formula for time period? Time period T is equal to general formula 2 pi into root of I by mzd. Okay, in this case, mass of the rod is given m. What about moment of inertia I? There. Moment of inertia I is equal to moment of inertia of the rod about this axis only, because about this point O only. About this point O, as the rod makes oscillations, then it is the moment of inertia of the rod about one end, passing through one end and perpendicular to its length. What is the moment of inertia? No. Not Teja. About an axis passing through one end perpendicular to its length, what is the moment of inertia? ml square by 3. ml square by 3. Am I right? ml square by 3, not 6. Okay. So ml square by 3. Then what about the d value here? In this case, what is the d value? Tell me. In this case, what is the d value? While deriving the formula, what I said, what about the d value? I said, okay, yeah, R by 2 or L by 2, Mr. Manohar? L by 2, yes. Because d means distance of the center of gravity of the rod. Center of gravity is here. Center of gravity from the point of suspension, that is d. That d is equal to L by 2 only, no? So d is equal to L by 2. Now we substitute these considerations here. Then you will get time period. That's all. So time period T is equal to 2 pi into root of I ml square by 3 into mz into d means L by 2. Okay. So m cancel, L square cancel. Okay, that is equal to 2 pi into root of L 2L by 3 into z you will get. This is the formula for time period. Okay. Note down. Most important formula. Of course, whatever the body given, we must be in a position to write the time period by writing I and d value. That's all. Now you only tell me. Second one, uniform ring. Uniform ring of mass m. Suppose the ring is suspended at the point O and it is made to execute oscillations like this. Just like suppose you imagine a bangle, one ring or bangle. You keep the bangle over the nail. then you push the ring, bangle or ring aside and you release them. Then it sustains oscillations like this, no? So this is also one type of physical pendulum. So what is the time period of this one? Time period, general formula, time period is equal to 2 pi into root of I by mgd. It is a general formula. In this case, what about I? Mass of the ring is m and radius is capital R. Radius is, say, capital R. Then what is the moment of inertia here? Tell me. I must be written about the point of suspension only. That is important. Okay. Moment of inertia of the ring about this axis means it is the tangential axis passing through passing through the it is the tangential axis perpendicular to the plane of the ring. Am I right? It is the tangential axis perpendicular to plane of the ring. Moment of inertia is parallel to this axis passing through center of mass. Moment of inertia is mr square plus m into this distance square means again mr square. That is equal to 2 mr square, no? 2 mr square. Manohar. 2 mr square. Okay, what about d? What about d here? D is equal to radius of the ring only because from the point of suspension, the distance of the center of gravity or center of mass of the ring lies at the center of the ring only, no? So this is equal to D. That's all. Now we substitute this information here. Therefore, D is equal to 2 pi into root of I by, I means you substitute the data. 2 mr square, no? So 2 mr square 2 mr square by mz into d means r only, no? So here cancel, r square cancel. Therefore, time period is equal to 2 pi into root of 2 capital R by z. 2 pi into root 2r by z. That is the formula. Okay. In this way, you have to do. Suppose if it is the disk, what happens? If it is the disk, uniform disk. It is the disk. Center of the disk is this one, mass is m and radius capital R. Okay. Okay, now about this point when the disk is made to oscillate, then the disk oscillates like this, one for oscillations. Then what about the moment of inertia here? What is the moment of inertia in that formula? The formula for time period is same, 2 pi into root of I by mgd. What is the moment of inertia? Tell me. About this axis, we need the moment of inertia. This is axis means this is the tangential axis passing through tangential axis perpendicular to plane of the disk. About this axis, moment of inertia is Iz plus m into this distance square. Okay, Iz means about this axis, parallel to this axis passing through the center mass of the disk. Moment of inertia is m square by 2 plus m into perpendicular distance between this axis and this axis means m square only. That is equal to 3 m square by 2. No. Next, what about d? Distance of the center of gravity of the disk from the point of suspension. That is equal to radius only, no? So here r is equal to d only. So r. Now substitute in this formula, you will get answer. So in this way you have to do. Okay. I think you can do this type of problems. Therefore, time period t is equal to 2 pi into root of root of I 3 m square by 2 by m d into d. D means r. So m cancel, square r cancel. Therefore, time period T is equal to 2 pi into root of 3r by 2 into z. This is the formula for time period of the oscillating disk about one edge, about the edge of the disk. Okay. It is the uniform disk. It is the center of gravity of the uniform rod. Center of gravity is this one. The rod is not suspended at one edge. The rod is suspended at the point O. This distance is equal to d. Then what about the time period? About this point, whenever the rod is making oscillations, then what is the time period? What is moment of inertia? Formula is same. E is equal to 2 pi into root of I by mzd. Formula is same. What about I here? What about I? About this axis, moment of inertia means parallel to this axis passing through center of gravity, we know the moment of inertia. That's why, according to parallax theorem, Iz plus m into r square. That is the formula. Iz means parallel to this axis passing through center of mass, moment of inertia means this is the axis passing through center and perpendicular to length of the rod. That's why ml square by 12. No, the mass of the rod is m and length is L. Then ml square by 12 plus m into r means perpendicular distance between this axis and this axis means that is equal to d. So d square. It is the moment of inertia about this axis for this rod. Next, small d. Small d means the distance of the center of gravity from this axis of rotation or axis of oscillation is d only. Therefore, time period t is equal to 2 pi into root of I means ml square by 12 plus m into d square. Keep in brackets whole by mzd. D will be given. D is equal to L by 12, L by 2, L by 3, like that it will be given. You can substitute and you can simplify that. Okay. This is the case. Product. Suppose if the rod is suspended exactly at the midpoint. If the rod is suspended exactly at the midpoint, then what about time period? If the rod is suspended exactly through the midpoint, then what about time period? When the rod is suspended the rod is suspended exactly at the center of gravity of this rod, then what about the time period? Yeah, very good. Very good, Nana. Infinity. Manohar. Because when the rod is suspended here only, d becomes 0. Distance of the center of gravity and point of suspension both are same. That's why distance is 0. When distance is 0, you put 0. Here 0. 0 means it is ml square by 12 only. But mg into 0. Something by 0 means infinity. Time period is infinity means time taken to complete one oscillation is infinity means it does not make oscillations. The rod does not make oscillations about the center of gravity. Suppose if you suspend any body about the center of gravity or center of mass of the body, then if you keep the body like this, it will remain here only. If the body keeps like this, it remains here only. That means it does not make oscillations. That's why about the center of gravity, you write that point also because that is also important point. That is also important one. You write that point also. Fifth one. The same, not fifth one in the same case. If rod is fixed at center of gravity only, then d is equal to 0. Therefore, time period is equal to infinity. Time period is equal to infinity. Therefore, the rod that is rod does not make oscillations. Rod does not make oscillations. Rod does not make oscillations. Okay. Okay, shall I write this one? Shall I write this part? Okay, this is about physical pendulum. Next. Okay, here applications of loaded spring only, but in different types the load is attached to the spring. Okay, are extra concepts, extra applications. You better to write extra applications. Okay, extra applications of loaded spring. Extra applications of loaded spring. Okay, so first one. Here the string is light string is passed over the light frictionless pulley and a block of mass m is attached. And at the other end of this string, it is connected to the spring of spring constant k and fixed to the rigid support like this. Spring constant is k. Spring constant is k. Okay, now whenever the block is displaced here, now the block is under equilibrium. Now the block is under equilibrium. Whenever the block is displaced and from this equilibrium position, whenever the block is displaced downwards, and when you release them, then it sustains oscillations like this, no? Because it is not totally the same string. Whenever the block is displaced downwards, then the string comes down through a distance y. So it rises through a distance y. String is extended by y. That's why spring force is developed. When you release the block, at the time the spring pulls the block in backward direction. That's why the block rises, so that it makes oscillations like this. What is the time period of oscillations? First of all, is it makes oscillations or not? We have to check. Whenever the system is like this and whenever the block is under equilibrium, what is the net force acts on the block? Tell me. What is the net force acts on the block? What is the net force acts on the block? Zero, because it is under equilibrium. So net force acts on the block is zero. Now, when the block is, it is the equilibrium position or mean position. It is the equilibrium position because net force is zero. Equilibrium position, or it is also called as the mean position. Okay, now from this position, the block is displaced a little bit downwards to a distance, say y, and when you release them, so suppose this y is very small, y is very small, y is very small. Here, whenever the block is here, the net force acts on the block is zero, but whenever the block is displaced to a distance y, an additional force is developed in the spring, no? An additional force only acts on the block in upward direction as the restoring force. So the restoring force acts on the block. Extra restoring force acts on the block is equal to F is equal to when the block is displaced to a distance y, the spring is extended additionally by y. That's why additional restoring force is developed on the block in upward direction. It is the restoring force. That's why you put a minus sign. Therefore, when block is displaced a little bit downwards, then additional restoring force. Restoring force. Whenever the block is here, no restoring force is there. But whenever the block is displaced by a distance y downwards, immediately, as there is a further extension in the spring, due to that, some additional force is developed in the spring, and that pulls the block in upward direction. That's why that is the restoring force. So, whenever the block is displaced by a distance y, then restoring force acts. That restoring force is equal to F. That restoring force is equal to minus ky. So that restoring force F is equal to minus k into y. Okay, that restoring force is equal to mass into acceleration. No? The restoring force is equal to mass into acceleration. We can write. So therefore, mass of the block into acceleration is equal to minus k by y. Or A is equal to minus k by m into y. This is equation 1. For the given arrangement, m is constant, k is constant. because this spring is constant and load is also constant. That's why K by M constant. So A is proportional to -5. Means if you execute, whenever the block is very small, then it execute no doubt simple harmonic oscillations because acceleration of the block follows this condition. Okay, therefore we can use the general formula A is equal to minus omega square into Y. So when you compare these two, 1 and 2, omega square is equal to K by M or omega is equal to root K by M. That is equal to 2 pi by capital T. Then what is the time period of the load attached to the spring here? That is equal to 2 pi into square root of M by K. Here there is no change. Same formula, even if substitute that, even if suspend the load directly or like this, the time period is same. 2 pi into root M by K is the time period. Suppose if the load is suspended in another way, if the load is suspended in another way, okay, note down. These are not in our material. Okay, this, you note this one. Okay, otherwise I will send the notes to you. Okay, later you can note. Next second one. Shall I write this part? Shall I write this one? Next one more. Here, the light frictionless pulley is suspended by means of a spring of spring constant K, and a string is passed over the pulley. One end of the string is fixed here, and other end of the string is passed over the light frictionless pulley, and a block is attached. A block of mass M is attached. Initially, the block is under equilibrium. Initially, the block is under equilibrium. Yes, the block is under equilibrium. Now, from this equilibrium position, so as it is equilibrium position at this place, whenever it is displaced like this and when you release them, as it follows the condition, it obeys the, it makes simple harmonic oscillations. That's why the equilibrium position of the body, as it makes simple harmonic oscillations, the equilibrium position of the body is called mean position. So this is the mean position. Okay. Next, here now the system is under equilibrium. Now the system is under equilibrium. From that equilibrium position, suppose the block is displaced to a distance, say y. Whatever the additional force developed in the string, we have to find. To find the additional force developed in the string, whenever the block is displaced to a distance y, what is the extension in the spring? The కిందకి pull చేసినప్పుడు spring extend అవుతుంది extra. So what is the extension in the spring? What is the extension in the spring? When the block is displaced by ఒకసారి ఇది y distance కిందకి వచ్చిందంటే డెఫినెట్ గా ఇటు ఒక హాఫ్ లెంత్ ఇట్లా పాస్ అయ్యి వస్తేనే y distance కిందకి వచ్చేది. When the block is displaced by a distance y means definitely in this side y by 2 length, in this side y by 2 length, whenever comes down, then only the block displaces by a distance y. That's why definitely here whenever this pulley displaces through a distance y by 2, ఇది y by 2 distance కిందకి వచ్చింది అంటే ఈ పొజిషన్ దగ్గరికి వచ్చింది అంటే డెఫినెట్ గా whenever the pulley is displaced by a distance y by 2 like this, the block displaces to this position. When the pulley displaces through a distance y by 2, this y by 2 length, this y by 2 length pass over the pulley so that y distance comes down. Okay, that's why whenever the block is displaced by a length, y, distance y, then pulley displaces through a distance equal to y by 2. Pulley displaces a distance equal to y by 2. That's why extension of the spring is equal to y by 2. Extension of the spring is equal to y by 2. Now, whenever the extension of the spring is y by 2, then spring force acts on the pulley in upward direction, which is equal to Fs is equal to K into y by 2. Okay. As this pulley is the light frictionless pulley, and Fs is divided into two parts. Here Fs by 2, here Fs by 2. Fs by 2 plus Fs by 2 is equal to Fs only now. That's why this Fs by 2 acts on the block in upward direction. Due to that, ఈ స్ప్రింగ్ లో ఉండే ఫోర్స్ ఇక్కడ రెండు పార్ట్స్ గా డివైడ్ అయ్యి ఈ స్ట్రింగ్ లో Fs by 2 ఇక్కడ Fs by 2 ఫోర్స్ పనిచేస్తుంది. అదే టెన్షన్ ఇక్కడ. ఆ టెన్షన్ ఫోర్స్ స్ట్రింగ్ లో ఉండే టెన్షన్ ఫోర్స్ ఈ బ్లాక్ ను పుల్ చేస్తుంది కాబట్టి దిస్ ఇస్ ద రెస్టోరింగ్ ఫోర్స్. Whenever the displacement of the block is downwards, restoring force acts on the block in upward direction. That's why restoring force F is equal to minus Fs by 2. F means restoring force acts on the block upwards. First, whatever the diagram here, What is the restraining force acts on the block whenever the block is displaced by a distance y? We had to find. In any case, that is fixed. Okay, F means mass into acceleration, mass of the block into acceleration. That is equal to minus 1 by 2 into Fs means ky by 2. Therefore, that is equal to minus k by 4 into y. So A is equal to minus k by 4m into y. Very, very important problem. So here for the given system, k, m are constant. That's why this is constant. So A is proportional to minus y now. So it follows the condition for executing simple harmonic motions, simple harmonic oscillations. Then we can use the formula A is equal to minus omega square into y now. So therefore, acceleration A is equal to, we can use minus omega square into y. This is equation 2. Compare those two. Then omega square is equal to root omega square is equal to k by 4m, or omega is equal to root k by 4m. That is equal to 2 pi by capital T. Then time period T is equal to 2 pi into root of 4m by k. It is the time period of the load attached to the spring in this way. When you pull the block downwards and when you release them, it sustains oscillations with the time period equal to this one. Time taken to complete one oscillation is equal to this one. This is the mean position. Equilibrium position is mean position అవుతుందండి ఇక్కడ. ఇది extreme position అవుతుంది. It is extreme position. So it executes oscillations with an amplitude y. Extreme position. So here amplitude of oscillation in this case is equal to y. ఎంత డిస్టెన్స్ పుల్ చేస్తామో కిందకి అంత amplitude తో ఆసిలేషన్ చేస్తుంది. Amplitude of oscillation is equal to A is equal to y. Okay. Next. Third one. One more example. Suppose a block is suspended by means of from the pulley, and the thing is passed over the pulley and it is suspended from the rigid support by means of a spring as shown in the figure. The spring constant is k. Okay, now the system is under equilibrium. Now the system is under equilibrium. Whenever the block is pulled down to a distance y, whenever the block is pulled down to a distance y, then the pulley comes down to a distance y. No, the pulley comes down to a distance y, like this. The block comes to this position. The pulley comes down to a distance y means definitely this length of the string, this length of the string increases. పుల్లి కంచి ఇక్కడ దాకా వచ్చిందంటే ఇటు ఎల్ లెంత్ ఇటు ఎల్ లెంత్ ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుతుంది కదా, ఇటు ఎల్ లెంత్ ఇటు ఎల్ లెంత్ ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుతుంది. అంటే మరి వాట్ ఈస్ ద ఎక్స్టెన్షన్ ద స్ప్రింగ్ హియర్? టెల్ మీ, వాట్ ఈస్ ద ఎక్స్టెన్షన్ ఇన్ ద స్ప్రింగ్ ఇన్ దిస్ కేస్? Whatever the distance through the pulley comes down, the extension of the spring is also same only now. Extension of the spring is also same. Why only? So okay, then అయితే ఒకసారి ఇక్కడ చూడండి. Whenever the here it is the string. Whenever the pulley comes down here, as this y and y, 2y length of the string increases. Whenever the pulley comes to this position, as the displacement of the block is y, pulley also comes down to a distance y only. So in this case, the length of the string increases by y and y, this y and this y. అంటే the length of the string increases by 2y no. ఈ ఎక్స్ట్రా లెంత్ వచ్చింది కదా స్ట్రింగ్ కి, ఎక్స్ట్రా లెంత్ ఎక్కడి నుంచి వస్తుంది? బికాస్ ఆఫ్ ఎక్స్టెన్షన్ ఆఫ్ ది స్ప్రింగ్. దట్స్ వై ఎక్స్టెన్షన్ ఆఫ్ ది స్ప్రింగ్ బికమ్స్ 2y. ఎక్స్టెన్షన్ ఆఫ్ ది స్ప్రింగ్ బికమ్స్ నాట్ y. అంజిన్ తేజ, అది ఫాలో దిస్ వన్. Extension of the string is equal to 2y. So here you see, suppose whenever the block is pulled down here, the restoring force developed in the block is say F. The restoring force developed in the block is say F. Then this F part is divided into two parts. Here F by 2, here F by 2. Same force is developed in the spring. That's why that is equal to spring force Fs. Spring force F by 2 ki equal అవుతుంది. So what about the spring force? Spring force Fs is equal to K into 2I now. Spring force Fs is equal to K into extension in the spring is equal to 2y. And ఇక్కడ whenever the pulley comes down to a distance y, this L length of this thing here, L length of this thing increase means total length of this thing, increase in length of this thing is equal to 2y. String cannot extend. Whenever the spring extends by 2y, then only the total increase in length of the string becomes 2y. That's why K into extension of the spring is equal to 2y. Okay, this is the spring force. So that is equal to F by 2. Implies F is equal to 4K into Y now. This is the restoring force acts on the block when it is displaced to a distance equal to Y. Therefore, restoring force on block F is equal to M into A, which is equal to minus 4K into F means 4K Y now, 4K into Y. Okay, therefore, A is equal to acceleration of the block. A is equal to, because it is a force acts on the block. That's why acceleration of the block A is equal to minus 4K by M into Y. This is constant. This is equation 1. So as it is constant, A is proportional to minus 5. So required condition for the block to execute oscillations is followed. That's why it executes simple harmonic motion. Hence, A is equal to minus omega square into Y condition can be used now. Compare these two. Then angular frequency omega is equal to square root of, instead of omega square, it is 4K by M is there. So 4K by M under root. That is equal to 2 pi by capital T. So T is equal to 2 pi into root of M by 4K. Suppose if they ask the frequency of oscillating block, frequency if they ask, frequency F is equal to, frequency F is equal to reciprocal of time period. That is equal to 1 by this one. 1 by 2 pi into root of 4K by small m we can write. Okay, note down. So whatever the diagram, what is the restoring force acts on the block when it is displaced to a distance y? That is we have to find. That is only important task. Remaining is same. Remaining is as it is. We can do very easy. Okay, next one more example. One more example. Yeah, 2 pi into root m by 4k is the answer. Okay, next one more example. Fourth one. Suppose on the rough horizontal surface, a rolling body is kept like this. A rolling body is kept, and here it is connected by means of a spring at this point to the rigid support here, and at the top it is connected to another string like this. Another spring like this. Okay, it is the point of contact. Of course, mass of the body m, radius of the body, rolling body capital you say. Okay, now if the central mass is displaced through certain distance, if it is turned through certain distance like this, if it is turned through certain distance, suppose here about this point, it is turned through certain distance. Then this point comes to this position. Here you see, whenever it is turned through certain angle like this, it is turned like this. Then this center of mass of the rolling body displaces through a distance x. Of course, I will draw with more distance so that you can understand clearly. ఇక్కడ స్మాల్ డిస్టెన్స్ అంటే ఇక్కడ కొంచెం డయాగ్రామ్ లార్జ్ డయాగ్రామ్ తీసుకుంటే అయిపోతుంది ఈ ప్లేస్ దగ్గర. When it is turned through this one, so this point here, this is P, this is a Q, when it is a O. When it is turned like this, then this point displaces up to this one, and this point displaces to this place A. That is a X. It is O dash. O dash is X. Okay, this displaces through this distance. Okay, now, so when it is turned through certain angle about the point P, and when you release them, then it sustains oscillations like this. What about the time period? That is the case. Because when it is turned like this, initially whenever the disk is like this, no extension in this spring and no extension in this spring. These are in unstretched condition initially. But whenever it is turned like this, it is compressed. So whenever it is compressed, then the compressive force acts on the disk in this direction. The compressive force, it is the first spring having spring constant K1, and here it is K2. It is K1. So compressive force acts on the disk at this point in this direction, that is equal to F1. So whenever it is turned like this, as the center of the disk comes towards displaces towards right, towards left, then it is extended by distance x. That's why the spring force acts on the disk at this point in this direction, that is say F2. So totally, whenever the disk is rotated like this, disk or any body, it is rotated like this, then F1 and F2 acts on the same disk or body at different points. Due to that, about the point P, the torque acts on them and brings the body back to its original position because of the torque. So that is the restoring torque. That is the restoring torque. Therefore, about point P, restoring torque. Last one. The restoring torque tau is equal to minus of torque due to applied force. Torque due to this applied force. Here this length is equal to 2r, no? This length is equal to 2r. So what about force is in this direction? Okay, this angle is say theta. This angle is equal to theta. Perpendicular distance means here whenever it is turned like this, then this is equal to 2r. This length is equal to 2r. Their component in this direction is equal to 2r cos theta, no? Because whenever it is turned like this, it comes down. It comes down through a small distance. This point comes to this position. So spring is now like this. Okay, that's why this length is equal to 2r. This length is equal to 2r. Then their component in this direction is equal to force is in this direction, force is in this direction, and perpendicular distance is this is 2r cos theta. That's why F1 into, of course this angle is very small, so F1 into 2r cos theta is that it is the torque due to this F1 plus minus, okay, of plus minus of, as minus sign represents the restoring torque. Restoring torque is equal to torque due to this force and torque due to this force. Torque due to this force means force F2 into what is the perpendicular distance? It is smaller. That means r cos theta, no? So r cos theta, you write F2 into r cos theta. It is the restoring torque acts on the. It is the restoring torque acts on the disc or body. Just 2-3 minutes. So about the point B, here it is the disk only. It is disk. Okay. So tau is equal to I alpha, we can write. What about this theta value? So here this is equal to What is the relation here? This is a equation 1. What is the cos theta value? I need this cos theta value. So from the diagram, how we can write cos theta? Suppose this is say x. You see, from this right angle triangle, if it is x, this is equal to, we have to find, this is a x dash. Okay, x by x dash, x by x dash. If it is x, whenever it is turned through certain angle, it displaces x. Then this point displaces through a distance say x dash. This is equal to, this x is at a distance r. It is at a distance 2r. That's why r by 2r by similar triangles property. This is one triangle. This is another triangle. That's why x by x dash is equal to r by 2r. R by 2r. So that is equal to 1 by 2. Therefore, x dash is equal to 2r now. X dash is equal to 2r. So this x dash is equal to 2r. Okay, now from the diagram, what is the spring force now? Tell me from this. F1 is equal to, as the spring is compressed by a distance equal to x dash, then k into spring constant k1 into x dash. That is equal to k1 into x dash means, sorry, it is 2x, no? 2x. X dash is equal to 2 into x. R cancel now. So x dash is equal to 2x. So k1 into 2x. Next, F2 is equal to k2 into, this displacement is equal to x only. That's why spring force developed is equal to k into x. And substitute that information there. Therefore, torque tau is equal to minus of F1 means 2k1 into x into 2r cos theta plus F2 means k into x into r cos theta. That is equal to minus of, here x r cos theta we can take common. Then remaining 4k1 plus, it is k2, no? 4k1 plus k2 into r cos theta into x. 4k1 plus k2 into r cos theta into x. That is equation 1. It is equation 2. Okay, therefore, this is the torque acts on the body about the point of contact P. Therefore, torque tau is equal to I into alpha. That is equal to minus of 4k1 plus k2 into r cos theta into x. Okay, from this, where I is the moment of inertia about P. I is the moment of inertia about P of disk about P, point of contact. Okay, therefore I alpha is equal to minus 4k1 plus k2 into something. Okay, tau is equal to, so I means we can write this value. I is equal to, tell me what about I? About this axis, moment of inertia of the disk means mr square by 2 plus mr square. That means 3 mr square by 2, no? So 3 mr square by 2 into alpha is equal to minus of 4k1 plus k2 into r cos theta into x. R alpha is equal to minus 4k1 plus k2 r cos theta whole by 3 mr square by 2 means into 2. You write like this. So angular acceleration is equal to minus 2 into 4k1 k2 by something we got. Okay, whenever theta is small, here in order to make the angular simple harmonic oscillations, theta must be small. When theta is small, then cos theta is small means cos theta is nearly 0. Since theta is equal to 0, whenever theta is small means theta is very small, near to 0. That's why almost all 0. That's why cos 0 is equal to 1 only, no? That's why cos theta is nearly equal to 1. When you substitute here, therefore angular acceleration is equal to minus 2 into 4k1 plus k2 r by 3 mr square. 3 mr square. 3 3 mr square. Here r square cancel, r square cancel. Okay, therefore that implies alpha is equal to minus 2 into 4 k1 plus k2 by 3 m into r. In terms of theta, we have to write. How we can write in terms of theta? Theta is equal to x by r approximately. We can write now. Whenever the theta is very small, then theta is equal to arc by radius. That means theta is equal to x by r. We can write. Since theta is equal to x by r, theta is equal to x by r. We can write r. In other words, we can write here x is also there. No, sorry. Here some x is also there. X. Here also x is there already. So theta is equal to x by r. So here therefore alpha is equal to minus 2 into 4 k1 plus k2 by 3m. X by r can be written as theta. This is important equation. This is very, very important equation. Okay, now okay, we are getting the final answer. Okay, here you see, for the given system, this is constant. Then alpha is proportional to minus theta. Minus theta means about the point, the angular displacement of the body is equal to theta. That's why alpha is proportional to minus theta means about this point, angular acceleration of this body while making oscillations is directly proportional to theta but opposite in sign. That's why alpha is proportional to minus theta. This condition is satisfied. Therefore, this body, whenever it is turned through small angle and when you release them, it makes to and fro oscillations. Okay, then it obeys the angular simple harmonic oscillation condition. Alpha is called minus omega square into theta. This is equation 5. From 5 and 6, omega square is equal to, when you compare them, 2 into 4 k1 plus k2 by 3m. Okay, under root, that is omega value. This is equal to 2 pi by t. 2 pi by t. Therefore, t is equal to, therefore time period t is equal to 2 pi into root of 3m by, therefore time period t is equal to 2 pi into root of 3m by 2 into 4 k1 plus k2. This is the formula for time period of this oscillating body. 2 pi into root 3m by 2 into 4 k1 plus k2. Okay. So whenever this disc is turned through small angle and when you release them, it sustains oscillations like this. What is the time period? Formula for time period of oscillating disc about the point P is equal to 2 by root 3m by 2 into 4 k1 plus k2. Okay, this is the formula. Okay, right, Nana? Have a nice day. So you see these problems. Okay, today I will give some more problems related to this concept. Okay, you do today based on these concepts. Right, have a nice day. I'm signing out. All of you.